Hello, I'm Russell Brand. Welcome to some positive Trews. Peculiarly, it's from a Scandinavian television company with a unique take on togetherness. You may have seen this video on YouTube already. If you haven't, you should watch all of it, not interrupted by me, though I think I offer some pretty good insights.
It's easy to put people in boxes. There's us, and there's them. The high earners, and those just getting by. Those we trust, and those we try to avoid.
This immediately struck me as important because on my SOAS course, what I am doing, it talks primarily about, or initially at least, about taxonomies, the way that we categorise and create different groups of people. Firstly, self and other is an interesting system of categorisation, and this advert brilliantly defies, in easily understood terms, the logic of these systems of external categorisation. Thank you.
There's the new Danes, and those who've always been here. The people from the countryside, and those who've never seen a cow. The religious, and the self-confident. There are those we share something with, and those we don't share anything with.
So as you can see, it's using quite understandable demographic stratification systems, such as, oh, these people are intimidating, or these people are old, or these people are young, to create understandable and recognisable systems of distinction and separation. But then it begins to ask different questions that lead to different forms of distinction and separation.
Velkommen. Jeg kommer til at stille jer nogle spørgsmål I dag. Nogle af dem kan godt være lidt personlige, men jeg håber, I vil svare ærligt på dem. Hvem herinde I rummet var klassens klovn?
Now, of course, I would have been in the class clown category. I was a world-class clown. But what's interesting here is immediately asking you to look at how you really categorise yourself. Are you sat around now saying, oh, I am a white, affluent male in a nice jumper? Is that really what determines me? Not this one, it's a bit itchy actually.
Hvem bonusforældre?
Demonstrably, people begin to smile as they see that the categories that they are initially afforded based on economics, class or race are arbitrary and superficial, that even the first question of who's class clown breaks down those barriers.
And then suddenly, there's us. We who believe in life after death. We who've seen UFOs.
I'm in all these categories, basically. I'd be sprinting around in that room joining in with everybody. But it's interesting, isn't it? Because how often are you determining yourself by, I'm this class, or I'm this race, or I'm this, I have this belief system. You're told that these are the things that are significant, but perhaps it's more significant that you're a step-parent, or that you're a romantic, or that you believe in change, or that you want people to come together.
We who've been bullied, and we who've bullied others. And then there's us. The lucky ones who've had sex this past week. We who are broken-hearted. We who are madly in love. We who feel lonely. We who are bisexual. And we who acknowledge the courage of others.
What this advert, which is surprisingly for a Danish television company, so expertly does, is exposes that the systems of categorisation that are externally imposed upon us, if not arbitrary, because they do indeed categorise us, may be irrelevant. Because at a time like this, where we in the UK are on the precipice of a snap general election, and where the people in the United States of America are governed by a peculiar regime, the way we see ourselves, the way we see other people, is something that we have some control over, some choice over. And what is it that we want the world to be determined by? Is it by our compassion? Is it by our love? Is it our desire to come together and unify? Or is it by fear?
We who have found the meaning of life. And we who have saved lives. And then there's all of us who just love Denmark. So maybe there's more that brings us together than we think. TV2 Denmark. All that we share.
The ways that we categorise society, the type of reality that we live in, can be determined by choices that we make, by the way that we vote or don't vote, by the way that we come together to protest or don't come together to protest, but most importantly by the way that we love one another. And even though this is an advert for a Danish television programme, or channel in fact, I think this is a beautiful exhibition of human beings' ability to overcome categorisation and to come together. And that's probably the most important thing we can consider at this time. Thank you very much. That's some true news.